Hello.
Good day, good evening, sir.
Yes, I'm so glad we got in touch. That thanks to the Zoom, we can communicate from any corner of the world. I'm from Ukraine. You are from South Africa. Thank you for agreeing to give this interview. I'm very happy to be in touch with you.
Oh, I thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. This is a great opportunity for myself also. Thank you.
This is great opportunity for us.
Yes, yes, sir.
Let me introduce you to our followers. Today, we are joined by one of the rising names in South African boxing, Junior Tshepang, a fighter who built his name through hard work, discipline, and years of sacrifice inside the amateur system before stepping into the professional ranks undefeated. From childhood dreams and difficult training sessions to national medals and professional victories, Junior's journey is a true story of dedication and hunger for greatness.
So,
Recognized among the best boxers at the Gauteng Academy Camp and Gauteng Development Tournament. He has already achieved Gauteng gold, silver, and bronze medals, as well as a national bronze medal in his amateur career. Now undefeated as a professional win, two victories, Junior Tshepang continues chasing bigger goals and bigger stages. Welcome to Boxing on Sundays, champ.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Fantastic intro. Feels good, feels good.
Every boxer has a story before the medals, victories, and
Mm.
recognition. Long before the crowd cheers and bright lights, there is usually a young kid with a dream. Your journey started somewhere with curiosity, passion, and courage. People always love hearing how fighters first found boxing. What was your childhood like before boxing entered your life?
Well, my childhood before boxing was simple. Just playing in the street with my friends, playing soccer and any other sports that we can play in. There's this game in Kasi that we call sticks. That's what we used to play a lot in the Kasi, because I'm from Bipaton, so it's in the Kasi of Gauteng. It's in the Val. So before boxing, I just used to play in the street with all my friends until one old man called Prakata Mahlangu took us to the gym. That's when everything changed. I think I was 7, 8 years at that time. Then I never stopped boxing from then.
A lot of fighters discover boxing in completely different ways. Some start because of family, others because of inspiration or difficult situations. But every boxer remembers that first moment clearly. That moment can change an entire life forever. How did you first discover boxing? Tell me, please, this story.
So it was, I think, if not Thursday, it was Friday. So this old man from our street took us to his gym where he used to train as a child in the in this different region from where we are called Zone 4. So when we got there, the doors were locked. I don't know why it was locked, but we had to peek through the windows to see what is happening inside there. So we got to see the punching bags hanging and any other and all the stickers on the wall, having other boxes on the walls. So I had my interest on one boxing bag. That's the main boxing bag that changed everything for me. I was looking through the hall, peeking through the window. Then when I saw it, I just knew it talked to me. I feel like that boxing bag, that red boxing bag with a ring star label on it. That's where my boxing career started. Because ever since that boxing bag, I've been going to the gym just to punch it every day, even though it's now old and it had to be renewed. Yeah, then from there we moved from where we used to train to Wipatong Stadium, which is where I'm currently training now. Then that's where I met the legendary, he's well known as the oldest boxer, oldest active boxer in Africa, Bongani Mahlangu. That's when we started working together. I think I was like 10 years when we started like really, really attending tournaments together with him. Then from there, you know, you grow, and you qualify for tournaments like championships, and you start being selected to be in the Gauteng team, a provincial team. You start representing your province and all that. That's how it go. That's how it went from just starting from a punching bag on that I picked through the wall to see, picked through the window to see on a day in jail. So from there, started pushing. We are here now.
Your story is very, very interesting. The st- I want to listen your story about your first trainer. Because the first trainer in a boxer's life is always very important. The coach often teaches discipline, basics, and the mentality needed for the sport. Many fighters still remember the first coach years later with great respect. Those early lessons stay forever. Who was your first boxing coach and what did he teach you first?
I think I'm lucky to still be working with my first trainer till this day because um the old man that took us to that gym that day is the father of my trainer. Like the generation of boxers, the father is Prakata Mahlangu, the old man that took me to that gym that day. Then the coach, the first trainer, the first person to ever put pads on and teach me how to jab and all that, the basics, is his son, Bongani Mahlangu, who is well known as the oldest active boxer in Africa, currently active. I think he's over 45 years old and he's still boxing. That's my first coach, and all the lessons that he has taught me, I still use them today because we're still working together. But now in my professional career, I'm working with his brother, who is also part of his family, Sandile Mahlangu. So I feel like it's an honor for me to be working with the Mahlangus, and they are still with me till day. I am trying to build a name for myself, but I'm lucky to be working with my first coach till this day.
Walking into a boxing gym for the first time can feel intimidating. The sounds of gloves, heavy bags, and experienced fighters create a special atmosphere. For many fighters, that first training session becomes unforgettable. It's the beginning of a completely different lifestyle. What do you remember from your very first boxing training session?
Oh, one thing that I remember from that training session is the nickname. Well, I'm lucky that it didn't stick with me because I was the one of the smallest ones, but very quiet, with big eyes and small body. So the coach called me Skepsel. It was it was a very a nickname for a very well-known boxer at that time. So he called me Skepsel because I was having this small body, a fragile body with big eyes, but a huge ambition. So he called me Skepsel, saying, "Nah, one day maybe I'll be someone different." So when we first got there, you know, like you just explained, the experienced boxers in there, so they were trying to intimidate us. But we came there as a group. It was me and my other two or three friends, uh, Becky Sizo Maitse and Morena Mokwena and Musa Matajani, if I remember them correctly. Yeah, so when we got there, we went there as a group because we were playing on the same street. So we went as a group. When they were trying to intimidate us, obviously I was the smallest, so I was always the target for everyone. Uh, the three boys that I mentioned will always step in and be like, "Hey, bro, we are all here to train. One day we will all be experienced." And yeah, it happened like that. As we got older, as we got the experience, the nickname also changed to a funny nickname also called Stats of Fly. But yeah, changed showing what nah, first trainings can be intimidating, but if you stick with it, you will grow.
Every beginner struggles at first in boxing. The sport is physically exhausting and mentally demanding. Many people quit early because they underestimate how hard boxing really is. But fighters who stay usually develop strong character. We don't play boxing. We can play soccer, American
Mm.
football, basketball, tennis, and others kind of sports. But we don't play boxing. Boxing
Yeah.
is war. This is war. What was the hardest thing for you when you first started boxing?
Um, I think handling my nerves. Yeah, I had like huge nerves. I was always shaking when it's time to spar and all that. Whenever I had to put on gloves, I'd, you know, get really nervous. So I think handling my nerves and knowing what to do, yeah, that was the hardest thing as a beginner for me.
The first sparring session is something every boxer remembers forever. Tell me please about your first sparring session. What was your first sparring experience like?
Hey, for me, it was fun because as I explained, I had a very small body, so everyone was a bit bigger than me. So I spot this taller guy from that club, and apparently was supposed to be more experienced. So started first bell rang. I'm obviously nervous. I'm like I'm wearing huge gloves, trying my best, trying to catch him. He always catches me first. I had a cut on my lip, but and I had teary eyes. I was almost going to cry until the coach told me a few words saying, "Ewa, bekezela," like hold on. He said bekezela to me. So I did exactly what I had to do and I returned the favor. He too got a bleeding nose. So I feel like that first sparring showed me good Ibra, whatever that I want, if I begezel, I can get it. Just have to begezel. It doesn't matter if the punishment or whatever punch that's coming, I can take it. As long as I can give.
Were you nervous before your first amateur fight?
I was nervous. I was nervous. But I got the win. I got the win. I was nervous. I got the win. First round knockout. Just pushed, yeah, just pushed, worked, poured punches on my opponent. He couldn't even breathe, I'm sure. But yeah, I got the job done.
Brilliant knockout. Your first amateur fight is one of the most emotional moments in a boxer's career. The preparation, nervous, adrenaline and pressure feel completely different from training. Stepping into the ring officially for the first time change everything. That memory usually stays forever. What emotions did you feel before your first amateur fight? Maybe adrenaline?
Hey, oh, yeah, but like I said, hey, nerves. Because hey, the first fight was in our community hall, and a lot of people that know us were there to watch us, to support us. So, and I was very small, so I was fighting early fights, the early bouts. So everybody was still focusing, trying to see what's this boxing about. So, hey, yeah, nerves and the pressure, trying to impress my people. So, yeah, those are the two main feelings, the nerves and the pressure. And then once we get in the ring, you shut all the noise out.
First amateur fight. What did your first fight teach you about boxing?
Um, Taught me that one moment can change your whole life. One moment, just one moment. Because immediately after winning, my coach put me on his shoulders. So I felt like a world champ already. I felt like I've already made it. So one moment can change your whole life. So from that fight, I knew good my chance can come anytime. So I have to stay ready for it. Whenever it comes, I grab it with my two arms. Yeah. So that's what I felt after my first fight. I felt good. You have to be ready for anything because one moment, as long as you're fit enough, that one chance when it comes can change your whole life. So yeah, I think I gained a lot of respect also from that first fight because people used to look at me differently, seeing what like I'm the smallest and I'm still busy trying to do boxing. So after that fight, I gained respect, which is why I feel like yeah, it changed a lot of things.
Training consistency separates serious fighters from casual athletes. Many people start boxing, but very few stay disciplined for years. The gym lifestyle requires sacrifice and patience every single day. That mentality builds future champions. You are serious fighter. You are the future world champion. And maybe Olympics champion. At that, at what moment did you realize boxing could become your future?
Um, I think when I was yeah, in my teenage years, when I was starting to get older, a bit older, when I started understanding things better, maybe grade 9 or 10. Yeah, because that's when things really got serious. I already got my first losses and all that, already lost fights and kept going. So that's when I really how can I put it? Made a decision to stick with boxing because this is what I do. This is my way of life. I made that decision maybe grade 10, grade 9. Hence I was able to balance everything, the pressure from school, my schoolwork and everything, and then going to the gym and performing well at the gym, even after gaining losses and maybe disappointing days at the gym, but still going back to the gym every day. So yeah, grade 9, 10, that's when started deciding, good, yeah, this is what I'm going to do with my life. Yeah.
We have a very soulful interview. You are a soulful person. I love these kinds of interviews. I like it.
Yes, yes.
What was your toughest amateur fight and why? Tell me please about your toughest fight.
Uh, many people don't know about this fight because it was in a different province. It was in Free State. Yeah, we were going for a tournament, just 1 day tournament. It wasn't like championships or anything like that. It was like 1 day tournament. Our coach took us to that tournament. Wangani Mahlangu, like I mentioned, took us to that tournament. So when we got there, uh, we had to fight different provinces. Eastern Cape was there, I think KZN and Lesotho, which is a different country. Like many different people were there. So when we got there, for obviously checked our weights, then got ready to be matched. And when I got the fight, I think our weights didn't really match. The dude had a bigger weight than mine, but my coach always tells me to take calculated risks. So we agreed to take the fight. So the fight was hard because most of the time I could feel his strength. And every punch that he landed on me would damage me. Like I was having my nosebleed and I felt dizzy, but I kept pushing. I kept pushing with the cheers from the rest of the team. And my coach even told me in the second round, I wanted to quit the fight in the second round, saying, "Hey, bro, this dude is too big for me." So he told me, "Hey, bro, you're winning. You're winning. Just keep pushing. You're winning." And I don't know how, but it was a miracle. I did get the win, fighting someone who was bigger than me and more experienced. And after the fight, that dude came to me and told me, "What Yabona, like your volume, your pressure, your accuracy. That's how you won this fight. If it wasn't for those three things, you would have lost because he believed he had more power than me, but I had more endurance, more stamina, and more accurate punches with high volume." So yeah, that was my toughest fight, and not a lot of people know about it because it wasn't in in people's eyes. It was in a different province. Nobody knew about us back then. Yeah.
Wow, great fight. Right now, you are one of the best boxers of South Africa, being recognized among the best fighters at the Gauteng Academy camp is a huge achievement. That
Yes, sir.
environment is filled with talented and hungry boxers trying to prove themselves every day. When coaches and officials recognize your talent, you are very talented. It gives extra motivation and confidence. Moments like that can push fighters to work even harder.
Mm.
What did it means to you to be named among the best boxers at the Gauteng Academy camp?
For me, it meant recognition. Yeah, it meant recognition. Like I am noticeable amongst the best, which is what I wanted most of the time. We would go to camps, train, train, train. They would take videos of us sparring. Then the following day, because it's a camp, the following day when we wake up, they will tell us our mistakes and help us fix them from the previous day's sparring. Then when we spar, we try to fix those mistakes. So apparently, I did very well on both days. I even fixed my mistakes from the first day on the second day. So that's how I earned the best boxer. They gave me a little trophy and yeah, it gave me recognition. From there, most officials started recognizing me as one of the most important boxers in Gauteng. They would ask my coach, "Where am I? Like, how am I doing? Am I still training?" So that told me, "Good day, Ebra, you should stick with this. You should stick with this. You're good enough. You're good enough. You're going to make it."
The Gauteng Development Tournament is known for producing strong fighters and future champions. Competing there is never easy because everybody wants to stand out. You managed to earn recognition among the best fighters in that tournament as well. That says a lot about your level and mentality. What was your experience like at the Gauteng development tournament?
At that moment was a comeback because that year I had lost in the Gauteng championship, so I couldn't go um through to the nationals. So after losing the Gautengs, I had many thoughts in my head saying I have to come back strong. So when that tournament came, I went to the tournament, represented my club because it was a development tournament, and I got the opponent, worked on him, did everything I was supposed to do, and with that award, told me, Woody, even after losing, you can still go on and achieve greater things, which was that Gauteng development tournament best boxer. It was in Lenesia South.
Your achievements in amateur boxing is amazing. Great achievements. Winning gold medals in amateur boxing requires focus, discipline, and confidence. Every tournament becomes a test of both physical and mental strengths. Gold medals are proof that all the sacrifices were worth it. Those victories built a fighter's belief. I believe in you. Which Gauteng gold medal victory felt the most special to you?
Yeah, it is the most special to me because it's special because the dude that I fought in the finals is the same dude that I had lost to in some tournament before. So he came in very confident, thinking he's going to win again against me. But nah, nah, he didn't win. He even came after the fight, giving me a hand, saying, "Bro, you're the best." So that medal completed everything for me, and I was still young. I was maybe 13 years old when I got that medal, but still one of my greatest achievements. I still value it and put it up here in my achievements.
Silver medals can sometimes motivate fighters even more than victories. They remind athletes how close they are to greatness and how much more they can improve. Many champions say their toughest losses made them stronger mentally. Those experiences create hunger. What lessons did you learn from winning silver medals? Tell me please about your silver medals.
Well, for me, like those silver medals, because they are multiple, they are my shortcomings. I know I could have done better. I could have got the gold medal. It's possible. I know I can get the gold medal, but yeah, things happen. Things happen. You win some, you lose some. Just have to stay consistent and keep pushing. But one thing that I love about um getting your own medals in these tournaments, in these championships, is the experience because you fight every day of the week in the championship. If you fight every day, so the more experience, the more fights you get, the more experience you get. So getting a silver medal as a shortcoming as it is, but still gave me motivation. What I was able to win all those fights to gain the silver medal, so I can try again the following year, which is what I kept doing, and I would go through to the nationals and represent my province in the nationals. Still there, win some medals for the province and come back with more experience.
Bronze medals also have important meaning in a fighter's journey. Sometimes they come after extremely difficult tournaments and hard battles. Every medal tells a story of sacrifice and determination. Every medals. Nothing comes easy in boxing. How did bronze medals help shape your mentality as a fighter? Tell me please now about your bronze medals.
Like I said, all the medals that I've won in the championships, they're all part of my experience. So when I look at them, especially even the bronze medal, when I look at them, is extra skill on me. Like I believe I have to gain more skill, like have a very um uh have a very strong foundation. So the bronze medals, the silver, and all the medals, they are part of my skin, part of my foundation, part of my experience. So with all of them, I gained more experience, I gained more skills because I wasn't fighting just fighters. Most of the fighters that I fought would go on to the nationals and win the gold medal. They would even some would even represent the whole of South Africa in other world intercontinental championships. So I wasn't fighting nobodies. I was fighting good boxers. So I gained experience from fighting them. You know the iron sharpened iron philosophy. That's the thing. So all the medals gave me the skin that I believe I have today, the foundation that I have, the experience and the skills that I need to keep winning.
Young fighters usually dream about becoming champions very early. Watching great fighters on TV inspires many kids to believe in themselves. Dreams can become powerful motivation during difficult training days. Ambition is necessary in combat sports. Who were your boxing heroes growing up? Tell me please about your favorite boxers.
Oh, I have multiple favorite boxers. But yeah, the most obvious one that everybody would recognize, everybody would know, is my coach, who is still, I like to mention this because it's a great achievement, who is still the oldest active boxer in the whole of Gauteng, on the whole of, I think, Africa. Is the oldest active boxer in our continent. So that's my first hero because I see him every day in the gym. He still pushes, even after whatever that kid they can do to him. He's still there, still pushing. So he motivates me. He's my hero, basically. Then the other one is Lomachenko for his ambition. Yeah, he's from Ukraine. Yeah, he's from Ukraine. For his ambition, for his bravery. He took on like seasoned fighters early in his career. And that was only because he believed in himself. Then currently, I'm leaning to a man called Kishon, the businessman Davis, because of how he is, his mentality. That dude is hungry. He's a former world champion. He's still hungry. And he's hungry for great fights. He has, I think I can match some of his energy with the fact that I am hungry for great fights, like he is. I love his boxing style is smart, is calculated, and is confident in his work, which is what I love the most about him. Then just to mention a few is Muhammad Ali because of how smart he was. Plus, he's good on his toes, good with his jab. Then there, let me see. Last but not least. Let's see. Oh, Shaquan Stevenson for defense. Smart, yeah. Dude is smart, is intelligent. Yeah. Those are my five favorite boxers currently. I know they will change as time goes on. But yeah, currently I'm leaning towards them.
Great list. Great list. Competing in amateur boxing for years gives fighters experience against many different styles. Styles make fights. That experience becomes extremely valuable later in professional boxing. Every opponent teaches something new inside the ring. The amateur journey builds strong foundations. What was the biggest lesson from your amateur career overall?
And the biggest lesson I think is uh, to mind your own. Yeah, I think it's to mind your own. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. Everyone is special. Everyone is unique. Every boxer is smart. Every boxer has their own two hands. They can punch back. So if you mind your own, do your own work. Do put in the work. Do everything you have to do by minding your own. You will succeed. You will succeed. So that's my biggest lesson, to mind my own. Even now, I still have that mentality to mind my own, focus on my own career, focus on my own work. Don't try to get into people's ways. But if it happens that our path crosses, then we know we boxers, we have to get in the ring. That's how we solve our things. So yeah, mind your own.
A lot of fighters say amateur boxing develops speed, stamina, and ring IQ.
Mm.
Those skills are extremely important before becoming a professional. Your amateur career clearly helped prepare you for the next level. That background gives confidence entering pro boxing. How much did your amateur experience prepare you for professional boxing? Professional.
And for me, did everything it could. If I could have stayed long in my amateur career, I would, because in amateur you fight like active, you stay active, which is the challenge I'm having now in professional. I'm not as active as I was in amateurs. So I give all the credit to my amateur career for the person I am today, the boxer that I am today. It's all because I went through the amateur levels. If I had not went through the amateur levels, I think I would have struggled in the professionals. So I give all the credit to my amateur career, because we would travel to different provinces. Every time we would go to different clubs, gain experience, fight best boxers. If you win, you won. If you lose, you have learned. So more fights, activity. See, that's one thing that I wish I could have. I could have taken from the amateurs to my professional career, because yeah, it's hard to stay active in professional. It's hard. So I give all the credit, like I said, give all the credit to my amateur career. Did play a very big role in preparing me for my professional career.
Winning recognition in multiple tournaments means you stayed consistent over time. Consistency is one of the hardest things in sports because pressure always increases. A lot of athletes succeed once, but staying successful is much harder. That consistency says a lot about your discipline. You are hardworking. What helped you stay consistent throughout your amateur career?
Um, I think it's the belief that I have in this sport and in my abilities that I can make it through this sport. Because as you mentioned, when you're at the top, you have to stay consistent to stay at the top, which is one of the challenges that many boxers face, to stay consistent. Ne? So uh, one thing that kept me consistent would be, yeah, the belief that I had in my abilities, that I'm going to make it. You know, staying where I'm from, being from where I'm from. You see, hey, everything, kahle kahle. In the case, you see everything. You see how the grades would fall. You see how people with great potential would end up being druggies and be drug addicts. So believing that this is an escape route for me and there's no other way for me, it's only through education and boxing that I'm going to make it in life. So I think that belief kept me consistent. That what kept me at the gym, avoiding the streets, making sure that I don't fall victim to the influence and the peer pressure that's happening outside.
By the way, do you want to boxing at the Olympics?
It's everybody's dream, but now that I've turned professional, I think I'm still going to travel the world. Like I wanted to travel the world. Still going to fight great boxers from different countries. So fact that I've already signed professional, I think I know I'm not going to the Olympics, but I will meet the greats one day. Something that I made peace with.
Looking back, Looking back at your amateur journey now, there must be many emotional memories. The wins, the hard training sessions, the difficult defeats, and the lessons all help shape you. Every step of that journey mattered. Those moments created the fighter people see today. When you look back at your amateur career, what are you most proud of?
Um, I think I'm proud of making it. Yeah, I'm proud of making it because uh, there were a lot of challenges outside the ring, outside the gym. A lot of challenges. There were even challenging years where there was COVID-19 or after COVID-19 where I was like after my matric year, I had to relocate to a different province to find an educational institution there. I stayed there for like the whole year, faced challenges. I had to find a different gym. So I think making it by balancing everything else, especially education and boxing. Like, I want to stress that point. Like education and boxing, they go hand in hand. Being able to make it like that, that's my most proudest moment. Like I know I might not be the brightest learner or the brightest student or maybe the most feared boxer currently. But the fact that I was able to make it handling everything through my amateur career and I'm still doing the same thing with my professional career, I think, yeah, when I look back, that's my greatest achievement in life in general. Doing what I want to do and like doing what I feel like is my purpose while balancing it with what's most important, which is education.
You are right. You are absolutely right. Every amateur boxer dream dreams about eventually becoming a successful professional fighter. But before turning pro, fighters must prove themselves through tournaments and medals. Your amateur achievements gave you credibility and respect. I respect you. Th-
Thank you, sir.
those those accomplishments opened new opportunities. At what point did you decide you were ready to turn professional?
I think it was in 2024. Yeah, it was in 2024. There's this a brother of mine that we started boxing with. His name is Begisize Maiti. So in 2024, he was already in professional, doing very well in professional. And in 2024, I just came back from, I think, a different institution. So I relocated back to my my hometown. Yeah, I think I had relocated back to my hometown in 2024. So we sat down with my coaches, including him, Becky Sizwe, and looking at him, I knew Gote, bruh, we started together and I see he's up in the ranks. So I believed Gote, I want to take one last year in the amateurs, try again to try to win a national medal, which is what I achieved that year. I was able to achieve a national medal, and then came back. Let me round up the whole year. That year that I decided to turn pro, I think I had something like 6 fights in that year, with less than with at least one loss, one, two losses in 6 to 8 fights. So from there, checking like the whole year, I felt good now. I'm ready, and I could see a part of mine that is taking it, and I knew what I too can do that. And yeah, he kept motivating me ever since. Even currently, we're still in contact. He still motivates me every day. With Bra, your time will come. Still put in the work. Push, push. Yeah.
What was the main reason you decided to turn professional?
Uh, I can't put I can't put my finger onto one reason. There are multiple reasons that made me join professional. I felt good. I've done enough in the amateurs, and it's time to turn this amateur career into a professional career where I can get paid, well, get security, like security in a form of promotions and sponsors. And living in the castle, being raised by a single mom with more than three siblings. I'm the only male child in my family, so I had to step up and be the man. So multiple reasons like that gave me like no choice but to sign professional, knowing what now it's time for me to provide and be the man of the house in a way. Yeah.
Many fighters dream about becoming professional since childhood. The professional stage brings bigger audience, tougher opponents, and bigger goals. It's the place where fighters truly test themselves. That dream motivates many years of hard work. How long had you dreamed about becoming a professional boxer?
It was always mentioned. It was always mentioned, in my amateur years. It was always mentioned because I was trained by a professional boxer. He introduced boxing to me. He's currently still active. My coach is he was a professional boxer and he's still a professional boxer. So he always mentioned it to us ever since uh, our childhood, our early ages, early stages in the amateurs. So I knew good at some point I will turn professional. Yeah, it wasn't like one moment thing. It was recurring.
Professional boxing is not only about talent inside the ring. Having the right team around you is extremely important for success. A good promoter and manager can help guide a fighter's career correctly. That support system matters a lot. How important is your team in your professional career right now? Tell me please about your professional team.
Hey, my team is one of the most important thing in my career currently because, like I said, I'm still with the same people as I was in the amateurs. So we build something like a family. It's not like a team anymore. It's like a brotherhood. And my team makes the best decisions for me, even though sometimes we may not always agree on everything. But yeah, they have the experience. My coach and manager have the experience, has been in this in professional boxing for quite some time. So they're guiding me well, and in time, I know in time, all our fruits they will be ripe to be, um, yeah, to be consumed.
A promoter can open doors and create opportunities for fighters. Choosing the right promoter is a major decision early in a boxing career. Trust between fighter and promoter is extremely important. That relationship can shape the future. What do you like the most about working with your promoter?
Uh, Top of my head is the Warrior Ascent promotion in working with the WBC team in Johannesburg. For one reason, they are active. A promotion is very active. So that's one promotion I'd wish, and I think I'd go to the ends of the world to work with. But for me, as someone without a promotion company, I'm not bound by anyone at the moment. Uh, any promotion that's available to work, they should just know that I'm here. I'm available to work. Here in the dusty streets of Bipatong, I'm ready to work. I'll go anywhere just to get that security of a promoter that's active, like the Warrior Ascent promotion.
Manager also important. Managers play a huge role behind the scenes in boxing. They help fighters stay focused while handling business opportunities and career decisions. A strong manager can protect and guide a boxer properly. That partnership becomes very important over time. How has your manager helped you since turning professional?
He has been a great help. He's very understanding. That's one thing I like about him. He's very understanding. He understands that I have other priorities that I have to take care of. And we meet each other halfway. Like I said, we have built like a family, like relationship wise, family wise thing. It's not like it is business, but it's more it's more different from other people. Like I think I've mentioned this point, and I want to repeat it again. I'm still with the same people like I was in the amateurs, like early in my career. I'm still working with the same people, so they know exactly the things that I really need. They're guiding me well, putting me in right positions. I trust them with many, many, many things, and I know they wouldn't force me to make any or maybe to take any fight if it's not what I want. So our relationship is very good. I appreciate him. Yeah, I appreciate my manager who is Sandile Mahlangu. Yeah, I appreciate him a lot.
Many amateurs can't stay in the pro because the pro boxing and tells them a surprise. What surprised you the most about professional boxing?
The fact that you can go over a year without getting a fight, I see that it's one of the most demoralizing thing in professional. Like my first year of professional, I didn't get any fights. My manager tried talking to matchmakers, telling them, "Okay, he has me as a new signed professional ready to fight anywhere, anytime. He has my weight. He has my amateur background." but the whole year I didn't get a fight. So that really shook me because it was early in my career, and I think it was supposed to have taken me out of the sport, but nah, just got made me stronger. And I think with that experience, I think now I understand how important it is to have a promoter that's active. Hence, I'm always going to mention Warrior Ascent promotion because those dudes are very, very active. They can host I think, more than 6 tournaments a year. All of their fighters are prioritized. Their development is key. So yeah, that the fact that I didn't get any fights the whole year while I was hungry and I was ready to fight, that yeah took me by surprise in professional.
Your professional debut was amazing. It's something every fighter remembers forever. Walking into the ring as a professional feels different emotionally and mentally. That first fight officially starts a completely new chapter. Fans always remember a boxer's debut too. What emotions do you feel before your professional debut?
And like I said, I had come from a whole year of not fighting when I was doing my professional debut. So I wasn't even nervous or anything like that. I was just hungry for the win. I just wanted to get in the ring, do what I love doing, and I got the job done. That's what I did. Got the job done in style, showcased my skills. Like I really believe that that was one of my best performance ever in my professional debut.
How important was your first professional victory for your confidence?
It was very important because um, winning your professional debut opens a lot of doors for you because as soon as you win, you can show that you mean business. You're not someone that's here to take chances. You know your story and you know what to do in the ring. You can take care of yourself and you get the win after everything. So that win opened a lot of doors for me because after that win, I got more fights, even though I couldn't take them because I was busy with my exams as I'm still studying. But yeah, that win was very important for my confidence as it opened doors for me and more opportunities.
Your first professional fight. What did you learn from your first professional fight? Tell me please about this fight.
What's more important, I think this can help a lot of boxers also, is composure. You have to stay calm. To stay calm. You know your story. You wouldn't turn professional without your basics because there are trials before turning professionals. So you have to be composed, stay calm, be hungry enough. So in that fight, I was hungry enough to get the win, and I was composed because I had put in the work in the gym and I trusted my abilities. So one thing that I will take to all my fights from that moment in my debut is composure. It's very important. A calm mind sees everything.
Did you feel more comfortable during your second professional fight?
Yeah, yeah, it felt a bit more comfortable, but it's just another day in the office. It's not. It's not like didn't feel like much to me. It's just another day in the office. Like I'm getting used to it. Yeah, I'm getting used to it. I'm going back to my rhythm. I'm going to my peak performance. Yeah, but honestly, if I would compare my debut fight and my second fight, my favorite would be my debut. I will always like cherish that moment more than my second fight. Yeah.
Right now, you are undefeated boxer star. An undefeated start always creates excitement around a young fighter. Fans and coaches begin paying closer attention to your progress. At the same time, staying undefeated brings extra pressure too. That pressure can motivate fighters even more. How motivated are you to protect your undefeated record?
Hey, I'm not even motivated. I don't know how to explain it. Hey, my record is very precious to me. Like I protected my like it's my firstborn. I know I don't have the child of my own currently, but yeah, my record is very precious to me. I want to keep it clean, but with meaningful fights only, not just fights in J. I want meaningful fights, international fights, important fights. So my record is like protecting my family because I one thing that I also hate this about boxing. Once you get your first loss, doesn't matter how many fights you have won. Boxing just writes you off, and I it's one of the most bad things about boxing. So yeah, I have to protect my undefeated record. It's precious to me. It's my pride.
Professional boxing requires patience and smart career decisions. You are very hardworking, but also you are very smart boxer. Some fighters rush too quickly, while others develop step by step. Building experience correctly is very important in the early years. Your turn probably discusses these things often. How carefully are you planning your professional journey right now?
Honestly, now, uh, what we are trying to do, me and my coach, is to get more fights, stay active, get more fights, get more rounds in the ring, and that will bring more experience in the professional level. Then afterwards, that's when we will start navigating. Okay, where are we going? Like, what direction are we taking? For now, we're taking fights, all the fights that we can take so that we can build a strong foundation, a strong resume with important fights. Then whenever I'd be mentioned by anyone, they will be able to have confidence in my name because I would have won many fights, many important fights, and have a very strong um, foundation in my career, which is currently what we are busy with, staying active and staying uh, what can I say? Staying motivated and staying uh, agile enough to go anywhere to get all the fights that we can get.
What kind of professional fights do you dream about in the future?
I always dream about international fights. I want to be undisputed one day, and I know I will get to that point. And the ones that I feel like are in my reach, but I always dream about are international fights. I want to fight more internationally. Yes, I want to fight more international. Are my realistic dreams at the moment. Then my long-term goals is to be an undisputed world champion. That's the main goal.
I understand. You want to boxing versus American and European boxers. Fans enjoy learning about the mindset of undefeated fighters. Confidence becomes stronger with every victory and every challenge overcome. Winning creates belief not only in yourself, but
Yes.
also in the people around you. Momentum can become very powerful. How much has your confidence grown after your first two professional wins?
Um, my confidence in my abilities has grown like quite well. I am confident in my abilities. I know what I'm capable of, and yeah, I always challenge myself every day to outbest myself every day. So it has grown a lot, and I know good. Every challenge that I will face, I will be able to adapt, maneuver, and go through it and pass the test. As you know, each and every fight that comes is a test. It's you versus you in preparation. Then you get into the fight. It's a test of how well did you prepare. So my confidence in my preparation, in my abilities, it's high. I really believe in my abilities, and I know at the moment, there's no blueprint of me losing in professional, and it's not going to be there anytime soon. I know no one at the moment can stand in front of me. I'm going to take everyone. Everyone is out.
And your journey from amateur medals to undefeated professional boxer is already inspiring. But this still feels like only the beginning of your story. This is only beginning.
Yeah.
Young fighters like you represent the future of boxing in South Africa and in the world. There is still so much ahead. What message would you give to young amateur fighters who dream about turning professional one day?
I think one thing that's not emphasized enough, and is one thing that I lack also, is media publicity. You see, when you come into the professional level, the business, you have to treat yourself as a brand. You have to be sellable. You have to be available in everyone's eyes. So I think we have to stress the issue of publicity, which is something that I too should really work on, so that all the best teams in the professional levels can notice you from your amateur career. Like they should start doing that now in the amateur career. Start taking videos of their fights, videos of their trainings, how consistent they are, how good they are. Post about that. Be proud of their own work. Then when they turn pro, that will be like a portfolio for all the best teams out there to be able to work with them. So one thing that should be stressed enough in the amateurs is to publicize all the boxers. They have to treat themselves as a brand.
Wow, great time, great message, great opportunity for us. This is good time. Junior, my brother, thank you so much for this amazing interview. It was truly a pleasure hearing your story from your childhood beginnings and first training sessions all the way to becoming a national medalist and undefeated professional boxer. Your journey shows discipline, sacrifice, patience, and the mindset of someone who is hungry for greatness. A lot of people only see the victories and medals, but today they also saw the person behind the gloves, your mentality, your struggles, your confidence, and your passion for boxing. South African boxing has a bright future with fighters like you, and I truly believe this is only the beginning of your story. Thank you for your time, your honesty, and your energy during the interview, brother. Keep grinding, keep believing in yourself, and keep chasing greatness because bigger stages are there waiting for you in the future. And my final question. Throughout your life, boxing has tested your body, your mind, your discipline, and your spirit. When people talk about Junior Tshepang many years from now, what do you hope they will say about you as a man, not just as a boxer?
I would want them to say that that's a great man. I'm chasing greatness. That's a great man. He smiles in the face of adversity and outperforms himself every day. He's pushing, not being defined by his current or his past circumstances. He's just doing what he can and is winning every day. A great man he is. Being able to balance everything, being able to carry the load and grow with it and be great with it. Yeah, so they should see me as a great man because I am great.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thanks.